Computer says 9.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do.
Brother Frank, I'll be starting the show in just a moment.
And here we go.
In just a moment. What the hell? Hold on, I'm adding in Instagram. Impromptu show. Oh, you called me yesterday? The hell? When the hell did you call me? What you need, brother? Oh, what's up? Hold on a second. Let me put this on. You still need anything from me? Yo, I'm saying can't go. Brother Frank, I don't know which number you calling. Gotta make sure you have both my numbers. All right. Yo, yeah, everybody's at home. Everybody's at home, either through the winter weather or because of the freaking fires in LA. Everybody's at home. All right, let me get to this. I gotta try to. There it is. Let me take that off the screen. Yo, but Brother Frank, what'd you need? I'm not signing into everything. I got one of the favorites on the screen for you guys. I know you guys like Ignitor Labs and all the training on there. All the tech support guys. Let me go live. Ooh, the Instagram people. Not bad. I have to keep doing that. There it is. Always something. There we go. I'm like, man, it's always something. It was something online. Look, man, I'm looking through all my calls. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. All right, hold on a second. Let me put this on. Dealer's choice. What do you guys want to see? You guys want to see gummy ovens like the Rationale? It's not Rationale, it's Alto Sham.
But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Got steamers. These are These are pretty much like the steamers that you see in Firehouse Subs. As a matter of fact, it's the same AJN tunes, but this is just a different model. Let me put on my so I can see what you guys are saying while I'm looking at the screen. I hope everybody's doing all right. I'll hop down here quick. I thought I was gonna be talking to myself for a hot minute. You went to it, but you couldn't find Hoshizaki train. All right, I'll show you the Hoshizaki right here. Ice machines right here. All you have to do is go to manufacturers, Hoshizaki, and you don't need Ignitor Labs for Hoshizaki training. All their training is on their website. So since he asked, we'll just go through this. Turn that music down a little bit. One second. What I'm doing right now is I'm turning down the volume. I was listening to the replay of my other shows, and the music from the Stream Deck isn't clear. So I have to do this from the software, unfortunately. But the rest of my sound bites are good to go. No, I don't want that. All right, so through Ignitor Labs, if you want to go ahead and do the training, or if you just want the regular troubleshooting, it's been a very long time since I've had to use anything like this, but I'll give it a try. So stuff like no ice production. There we go. Power supply problem, blah, 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 low water pressure. Now, let me see what they say about this low water pressure. External water filters clogged. That is very true. In my market, I have a real bad problem with that. I've had filters, even in sets. Brand new location, filters are clogged up within 2 weeks. And the best way to get around that is you just take the filters out. Take the filters out, run it straight without the filters, or put in your bypass plugs. All right, it's a little cold outside. Otherwise, I would go outside and show you what a bypass plug look like. Thermostat issue. Like right now, it's too cold in certain areas. It's gonna be too cold for that damn ice machine to run. All right, let me see what they say with more. And while I'm doing this, I can monitor what you're saying. Yes, the bin control will be full of ice, or the bin, or to be stuck or damaged. As they say, bin control defective. That'll be the same as a bin thermostat. All right, let me see. Damn, even more. So here they're giving you some parts. That's a good thing. Yeah, they're not really saying much. All right, so they're going to go through sequence of operation. So here we go, starting from the control board. You know, you would just check your thermistor. Contactor. Now, contactor it's not something that I run into that often on Hoshizaki's. Until I saw this, I forget that there's a damn contactor there. The more likely culprit is this guy, your bin control. After you checked on your bin control, the float switch. That is also a top 10 contender for what the hell is wrong with that machine. If that float switch doesn't raise up to activate, and you have two different types, you have a 2-stage and you got a single stage, but that float has to go all the way up. When that float goes into the up position, then it will activate the next cycle. So until then, it's just gonna start to fill. Then you got your drain valve, because you can have a drain valve that's stuck open and that's constantly letting water out. And if the water is constantly going out, that float switch is never going to go to the top. And if it does, it's going to come back down and trigger early harvest. Hot gas valves, that does happen, is not as common. Liquid line valve problems. Both of these on the backside, they do take place, but they are, I'd say, like 1 in every 100. And that would be some pretty high odds as well. 1 in every 100. All right, let me see what you guys. No questions at all. Nothing. Not a single damn question.
What?
Nothing. I find this a little hard to believe. Let me change this music. Oh, still depressing. Yeah, what the hell? We'll go with that. So that's what you get with this. A lot of this information is on dated equipment, though. I'm thinking about asking them when they're going to provide some updated tech guides. So here it goes into the drain valve sequence, which this is all pretty good. If like in my situation, if I had somebody working for me, I would throw this in their hand and say, hey man, go ahead and take a look at this. Sequence of operation, fan and crankcase. Now, when they talk about crankcase, they're talking about the nugget machine. Crankcase heater sequence. That's got to be nugget. Compressor sequence. This is all that they're covering in class, really. AC in is a contactor pull in. Power to the control board. Then you got your run capacitor. Making sure you got the right numbers on that capacitor. Then your compressor. Start relay, start capacitor. Yeah, just basically checking everything to make sure it's working. If you want, let's see here. Remote. So this bin control has currently fallen out of favor. They had quite a few issues with this centerpiece here. It pushes in. The ice will actually push it in. And you would have employees that would hit that damn thing with the ice paddle, and it would get stuck in. And that means a lot of money. And then also on the inside at the top, right in the center, there's also a swinging magnet in there. And sometimes they would knock that thing and the magnet would flip over. And if either of those things take place, the whole unit will shut down. It won't start. Now they have different control boards. And this is, like I said, this is a board I haven't seen in a long time. your control switches. Believe it or not, I have had almost a dozen units that have faulty control switches. It is like over the most recent, like over the last 10 years. Control transformer, only a few. Now, evaporator is a major problem right about now. And then this is an older style float switch. The new ones aren't using this anymore. This one was my favorite. I'm not too fond of the new one. Fuses, you do get fuses that go. Mainly you get fuses that go on the nugget machines. Micro switch, the interlock switch for cleaning. You will have problems with this. Employees that clean the machines themselves will often damage either the knuckle, the mechanism that holds the on and off switch for the cleaning. I've actually had one of these come in. I've had one of these came in defective from the factory, and I was hired to do a startup, and I was able to go ahead and get the thing up by. There was something wrong with this micro switch, and I don't know how it passed inspection, but it did. It was just a micro switch. It was just a micro switch that was damaged. Pump motor assembly, a very, very lucrative job. Very lucrative job. You're gonna make a lot of money with this one. So this pump motor, especially if they don't take care of it, it will you'll have a number of issues with the pump. It'll start to overheat, burn itself up, and that'll also, before it burns itself up, that'll also lead to slower ice production. So that's one of the things you're going to notice. Pump motor capacitor, you always change that when you change a new one. Terminal block, never had to do much with that. Thermistor, I've only had a few of those. I used to have more problems with the thermistor back 10 years ago than I do lately. I haven't had a thermistor issue in a very long time. Drain valve. If you have a very scaled up unit, you might want to look into checking your drain valve, what we call the dump valve, and making sure this guy's okay. This, you can actually twist it and it all pops apart. And you can take a look at the rest of the body and the housing, actually put it in some cleaner, make sure that it's going to be fully functional. Rarely do you have to replace it. It is quicker and easier to just replace it than it is to clean it, but most times you can clean it and it'll be just fine. Now, the expansion valve is the supplier, the OEM supplier on these expansion valves has had some issues as well. So a lot of manufacturers have been having problems with these expansion valves. So if you have one in the last 3 to 4 years, you might run into an expansion valve issue. Hot gas valve, you will have hot gas valves leak by, and then you won't have it'll take forever to make ice, or you can have a hot gas valve that just doesn't open. So you have a coil, you have a magnet, solenoid magnet at the top, and that's going to move up the plunger, letting in the hot gas into the coils, which then helps to or the water helps to release the ice. But this will heat up the plate to release the ice, and the water that flows over the chill plate on the Hoshizakis is only made to help assist getting the ice off the plate. Questions? What kind of questions you guys got so far? And then here's your water inlet. Like I said, up until recently, I used to change these suckers at least one a day. Didn't matter if it was 110 volt or 220. I was changing these damn things at least one a day, and for the last since the pandemic, it just came to a stop. I haven't had as many issues. But there are two different ones. If you put a 220 volt on a 110, you're gonna have problems. And then you're gonna put a 110 on a 220 volt, you're gonna have a smoke show. That damn thing's gonna send up some white or gray smoke, and you ain't gonna know what the hell's going on. But these will get blocked up with debris from the plumbing, from the actual location, liquid line, and it ends with the liquid line. Now, all your service manuals, schematics, programming, service codes. Let's go with the service codes. Give you guys the infamous beeps. What the hell is the service? Oh, I think it downloaded it. I think it downloaded the damn thing. Yeah, I can't do this from here because it's actually downloading. So when you go and tap on these, it'll give you the service codes and whatnot for Hoshizaki. And let me flip on over. Let me go on over to Hoshizaki directly. While I got you here, what kind of questions? Oh, sure, no problem. Top 10 products. What kind of questions did you have on? There we go. What kind of questions did you have on Hoshizaki training? I think it's under technical. No, I don't want Espanol. I want English. There we go. I don't know why that popped up. So the same book that you would get from Hoshizaki training class, the book is actually here. The technician's pocket guide for 134 and 404 refrigerant models is here. You could just hit download. There's H, there's all series. Early, we don't want early. What the hell? I go with the pocket guide. I always did like the pocket guide. So if I go to Hoshizaki's, what the hell? Why did this give me Spanish? Why did this thing give me Spanish? Huh. Go back. What in the hell is this thing giving me Spanish? Yeah. Numbers of model Hoshizaki. Code identification code. No, we don't want this. Let me go back. Sorry about that. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't see anything here that says Spanish. Maybe I'll flip that back. This should, oh, no. What the hell? This should be in English. Maybe Hoshizaki has some issues. All right, we'll try this again. Let me do with the all series. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So this is the tech book. I believe they have a newer one. What year does this say? It says 2015. Yeah, I think they're giving out a new book this year. On here, it gives you a chart for each and every older Hoshizaki unit. None of your new ones are on this book. Yeah. Yep, George. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Enough to get me in trouble. So here we go. Cubers. If I go further down in this, on these KM, let me go to a KM 1800 H3. That's page 190. 190. Sorry, it's sideways on you, but it's like that in the book. So you flip the book open. We're doing exactly what we're doing right now, and you would match up the model number what you got. So if it's an older Hoshizaki, and when I say older, like maybe 5 years old or older, you might just find it in this book. So and just for reference, the 1800, that is a KM 1800 remote unit. You're going to find those in your Olive Garden, Red Lobster. They use the 18 and the 2100s. Yeah. So hold on, let me hit that up. Yep. So this tells you that your ambient temperature. So you go off of what temperature it is. And I'm sorry to have to show you this way. Let me see if I can flip this some kind of way, because it's very easy to just flip the damn book. Rotate. Bam. All right. So this is just like the real world. So we rotate this damn thing. So your water, let's just say it's 70-degree water. So it's 70-degree water in Fahrenheit. Air temp, let's just say it's 80 degrees outside. 70-degree water. And we're gonna go with a remote. So harvest is gonna be 4 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty quick. Harvest cycle time 4.2. Ice production, this lets you know it's going to make, instead of 1,800 pounds, it's going to make 1,700. But here is the main thing. Here is your pressure, your suction pressure. So when you're working on it, the water is 70 degrees. Your ambient air is about 80. It's a remote, your suction pressure, and this is going to be 404. Your suction pressure is going to be about 43. So while it's making ice, it's going to be 43, and then it's going to slowly go down. So don't be afraid if you see that number. You're like, oh, it doesn't say 43, it say 40. It all depends on what point of the cycle you're in. So the closer you get to it harvesting, that is the lower the number is going to be. So when it first starts, you should look for about 43. That's at 70 degrees. As you see, the number is different. So if it's fall or winter and it's 50 degrees, it's only going to be 41. And that's if it's a remote. As you see, it's going to be much higher. It's going to be much higher if it is air cooled. When some of you guys call me and ask me stuff, I'm always ask you, hey, is it air cooled? Is it a remote? What's going on? You're going to see water cooled in certain hotels. Certain hotels are using, like Omni Hotel uses water cooled. Sometimes you might have a university using water cooled. You might have a hospital using water cooled. So it's, and it's not what you think. They're not, most of these that are using water cooled, they're not using fresh water and dumping it down the drain. They're actually recirculating the water. So they'll take the water, they'll let the water go back to room temperature, and then they pump that water back through the ice machine. And this is just a coil that's wrapped around the compressor, and so that wicks away, the water absorbs the heat from the compressor. And so that water moving around will do that. It's just a whole nother scenario with water cool. I'm not even going to get into that with you guys right now. 90% of you are never going to even run into a water cooled unit. But high pressure side is very important to check high and the suction pressure. So you'll know, like, So you'll know what's going on if you got a restriction, or you might have a situation, especially if it's a remote, you might have a situation where there's too much refrigerant in the system, and then you'll see that pressure skyrocket. There's a high pressure switch, it's a cutoff switch. And so if your numbers are too high, it's going to hit that switch and it's never going to make ice. Oh, Untamed Kango. Yeah, thank you very much. Movie theaters. Oh, my stomach is hurting just thinking about freaking movie theaters. Yeah, the smart movie theaters, I'll say it like that. The smart movie theaters might just go ahead and put in a water cooled system. Now you can, let me see if I can find a video. You could have a water cooled system that doesn't circulate the water, but that's extremely wasteful. Let me see if I can find this damn thing for y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna flip the screen. But yeah, this is the chart you go by. They're having some new ones. They got some new ones out there somewhere. Hold on, let me put on my damn glasses. Look at my reading glasses. Oh, let me go back. Let's see if I can find some pictures of some water cooled. Because I don't want to leave you guys out that's never seen or don't know what the hell we're talking about. So here's water. Oh, damn. Very, very first one. And so you can tell by the model number, MAJ. MAJ means it's going to be air cooled. What? What the hell? All right. And then the R means remote. And then of course you see the water in there. That means water. What? Oh, damn, you guys couldn't see that. Sorry about that. While I'm doing this, let me go on. So this is the chart I was reading off of. My bad. I want this thing. Technical difficulties. Get the hell out of here. So you're saying they run the water?
What?
They run the water tied to the AC supply and return pipes. That is interesting. That is very, I wouldn't even want to mess with that. I wouldn't even want to mess with that. Oh, water source heat pump. Interesting. To say the least, that's interesting. So here's the different units. As you can see, they look exactly the same. You're only going to notice two differences. You're going to really notice two differences with this, like the KMD 355 MWJ. Now, once again, it says 355, so that means it's going to make it was just in the number. That means it makes around 300 pounds of ice. Because it's water cooled, they claim it can make 395. Most numbers you usually subtract away from the model number, but I guess with water cooled, they're bragging. So let me see if I can show you some. So it's gonna have a water regulator in the back, or it has two. I believe it has two. It's got the water, water coming in and water coming out. And then it's got this this gray tubing around the compressor. Let's see what if I could show you guys. All right. Compressor, water cooled. Let's see what we can find out. I was hoping they would show me the wrapping around the damn compressor. Yeah, well, somebody show me a video. I guess to YouTube we go. Just like condos. Oh yeah, just like condos and yeah, don't get me started with those. But yeah, as you can see from here, the compressors are very expensive. $4,000, 1,700. This is about right, but not for a 350 pounder. This would be about for ones that are about 1,000 pounds on up. You're looking at a $2,000 compressor. Now, do you have compressors that go out on Hoshizaki? So this is one typically what you find on a 300, 400 pound ice machine. And then they're covered. Let me find a video. Cooled. Let me see here. It's got to be some kind of a sales video. Got to be a sales video. Oh, I already got hit on a damn. I already got hit on that damn music from the other day. Come on, you.
There are several things you should do before installing an adequate water
No,
supply
I want
and
water
proper drainage.
cooled.
If you are stacking two
None
S
of these
units
are
on
water.
a
That's
single
a
bin,
remote.
taking care not to touch the suction or
This is a remote. You know how you can tell this is a remote? There's no air venting in the back. Matter of fact, these. Oh no, I was about to say I thought these were 500s. So there's your receiver, and then these are your lines for that go to the remote. And of course, with Hoshizaki, you can stack them wonderfully stacked. They give you all the instructions. See if I can find some. This is your remote.
M8 by 16 millimeter hexagon bolts and M8 nuts. Next, secure the legs to the roof curb with 8 bolts in the 8 mounting holes. When installing 2 remote condenser units, you may stack them to save space. Attach the upper condenser unit on top of the lower unit and securing installation. Pre-charged tubing kits do not need to be evacuated.
Yep, that's right. All right, let me see if I can find. Hold on. See if I can find a Hoshizaki water cooled. No, none of these are right. That is a nope. None of these are right. Yeah, that's a water cooled. This is a water cooled. This is interesting. This is a water cooled cube. This is the one with the 2-inch cube. This one's a pain in the ass because the springs that hold the evaporator plate up, to hold it in the ice when it's making ice, that spring gets stretched out and that damn thing usually ends up short cycling. And water cooled units. Water regulator. Because Untamed Kango, have you had many issues with the water regulator on the ones you've been working on? Water pressure regulator. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, I haven't seen one of these guys' videos in a minute.
Looking for a career in the
All right, 1 second. We're gonna get rid of this commercial. There we go. So there is the water regulator in the back. This right here is the water regulator. You see that sucker's all rusted. That thing is like about $300-400. So when this thing is not able to let in enough water, yeah, you see it's leaking by. If it gets restricted, then your temperature on your compressor is going to raise up, and it's going to cause you to have the compressor is going to shut down on high heat. That is like your number one issue when this thing is shutting off on high heat, high head pressure, is that you got a problem with your water regulator. And as you can see here, this sucker is old and rusty. And who is this? This is OC Refrigeration. This has got to be like it's like a 5-year-old video. I don't even think he does videos anymore. Let me see, did I comment on his thing? Nah. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. Oh, yeah. Let me go back and show you how the compressor. Why that compressor is not wrapped. Normally the compressor is wrapped up with tubing running, circulating, just surrounding the whole thing, making contact with the compressor to wick away the heat. This one is using another method where it's running next to the tubing. Oh well. But that's that. So let me go back to Hoshizaki, unless I got rid of it. I think I got rid of it. Yeah. All right. So one of the questions. So right here. So George says you can see the high-rise buildings using water-cooled HVAC systems or ice makers due to limited access for air-cooled condenser. Yep. But the other thing is you could use a remote. So a lot of these guys will use a remote system. And they will just, especially like a movie theater, they'll have that sucker up to the roof. The roof over the entryway is not as high up as in the rest of the movie theater. So when you first come in, that roof is typically not as high. They usually bring in a lot of lighting and all that stuff. The problem when you go further. No, that's not true, George. That's not true. You can go with a much longer line set. They actually have a matter of fact. Let me go to it in here. Oh, let me see here. Damn it. Let's go to it. So they have rules on the line set, and if you're running an extra long line set, you have to add more refrigerant. So let's go to it. I'm gonna have to flip this damn thing again. Hold on. All right, we'll go back up. Let's go back up to the menu, because I myself I don't get involved with a lot of matter of fact, I don't get involved with installing Hoshizaki remotes. Hoshizaki remote installs, if something can go wrong, it will. It is just, here we go. So remote lines, that's page 18. It is just a pain in the ass. So this matches up the unit with your condenser. So this is the condenser is the unit. Yeah, you do lose capacity, and what they're most concerned about is the oil. You're losing the oil. So that's the number one thing they talk about in training class, is because of the line set, you need to put traps to capture the oil and all this other stuff. So these are the different units that you match up for your system. And here we go. So they've got 3 different sizes. They got a 55-foot. And they're already pre-charged. Now, you could do longer size line set. This is just what comes pre-charged is the 55. Do you lose capacity? No, you don't lose capacity. You lose your oil return, and that in turn kills the compressor. So discharge line. So they go through a whole thing, George. They go through a whole segment of class with Hoshizaki. We're talking about running these damn line sets, and then the way they want you to do it, and then putting in traps and everything like that for the oil. So this is what size they want you to have if it's going to be 55, but you can run longer. They often talk about it, going up to 100. The coil you're mentioning is about the compressor runs in the opposite direction with the refrigerant in the tubing and the what? Hold on a second. Hold on one second. Let me get to that comment 1 second. See, here's your S oil trap. So for every, like I said, for every 16 feet or whatever, if it exceeds 20, then you have to put in another oil trap. But they covered this in class. I don't get into installing these damn things. I don't get, well, I install air cool. I often have to correct the installs. I often have to correct them, and it's a pain in the ass. Man, it's a pain in the ass. So currently right now I'm doing an isomatic. I got an isomatic that I'm doing. All right, the coil you are mentioning about around the compressor. Okay. You're talking about for the water. Runs in opposite direction with the refrigerant in the tube piping. Okay, so Unten Kango is talking about not the remote line set. He's talking about the water cooled. It runs in opposite direction with the refrigerant. Okay. If a building is using a chiller, can you tie in some of that water return for ice machine water cooled units? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, look, man, water cooled is just that. It's just water. Traditionally, how it's supposed to work is you bring in fresh water from your water supply and you hook that up to the ice machine, and then the outlet for the water supply on the ice machine goes to your drain. So however else you want to supply water, as long as you can bring in enough water pressure into that unit using an external pump to bring enough water into that ice machine so that you can wick away that heat from the compressor, nobody cares how it's done. Where the water come from, as long as that water is not acidic, nobody gives a damn where that water come from or any of that stuff. That's up to you. Nobody else cares.
But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know. But there's also...
No, it is not glycol. It is water. Water cooled. Water cooled. If you have a glycol system, oh yeah. Thank you, man. Hold on a second. Let's get into a glycol system. Let's show everybody what a glycol is. This is a glycol chiller. So this, make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. All right, cool. This is a glycol chiller. So glycol is different because it's not water. It's not water. So remember, you have that water regulator on the back of a water-cooled unit. Glycol is no such thing. You're literally just, the glycol chiller is pumping glycol through the lines constantly, and it's bringing it back into that pool, and it's freezing that glycol. So the problem you're going to have with that is that you could be, water is a certain temperature. But glycol is going to be, what is that, 39 degrees or whatnot? It's going to be pumping 30 something, 39 degrees, 38 degrees. So that is much colder than the chart we had of 50-degree water. So now you're introducing other problems. So I've never heard of glycol hooked up to a Hoshizaki water-cooled machine because it's called water-cooled. Right. It's antifreeze. It's got, it's got sugars in it and everything else. So yeah, I've never heard of that. I wouldn't get involved with that. I don't even install water-cooled units. I don't recommend water-cooled units. I don't touch water-cooled units. As far as water-cooled units and ice machines go, Scotsman are in. Oh, sure, no problem. Scotsman is in Embassy Suites. And then, yeah, I ain't playing with that. I'm not messing with, because it doesn't make sense. It's outside the parameters of what the machine is looking for. The Hoshizaki unit is looking for water at room temperature to come in. It's not looking for freezing cold water to come in. And that's not even water. So it's not, the glycol is not flowing like how water flows. So that's and then your glycol is only running through plastic tubing. Glycol isn't running through copper lines. So yeah, that's a whole nother thing. I'd be curious to see what Hoshizaki has to say about that. I'm 99% certain they're gonna say no, hell no. And matter of fact, not just them, because everybody else makes a water-cooled unit as well. Isomatic, not Isomatic, I'm sorry, Scotsman, Manitowoc. Everybody makes a water-cooled unit. But this is what glycol actually pumps. It actually pumps the glycol into the unit, and it's glycol. It's not water. It's not water. So here, let me show you there. So of course you got, like I said before, you got your Hoshizaki, you got your Scotsman, you got your Manitowoc. Let me see what else they got here. So here's your Scotsman. Make sure you guys can see it. All right, good. You guys can see it. So here's your Scotsman. There's your water cooled. More Scotsman water cooled. And these, by the way, these are the newer ones that you're looking at. This is the new style that they got that just recently came out. Here's your last one, the older Prodigy. This one right here, this is the older style with the that particular style design at the top. All these other ones is got the new display. I've actually seen some of the newer ones. And as you can see, they brought some of the prices down on these newer ones. And the capacity is different. Oh, that's medium cube and that's nugget. Water cooled, only 115 volts. Yeah, thank you, Untamed Kango. Let me see here. What we got here?
We are same, but different, but still same.
This guy, he got it. I appreciate that. So what else we got?
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do.
Man, I swear to you, they have more than just Scotsman. Here we go. Finally, here's a Manitowoc water cooled unit. Here's a Manitowoc water cooled. And looking from the front, yeah, you cannot tell. You cannot tell with these units. Now, the good thing is technically they're supposed to last longer. The water cooled units are supposed to last longer. I don't know if that's necessarily my experience, but they're supposed to last longer. Let me see here. So we got Manitowoc, and they do have Isomatic. So Isomatic and Scotsman are brother and sister companies. So if one has it, the other one should have it. And they have it with the Elevation series. That's nice. So there you go. So your Isomatic, your Scotsman, your Manitowoc, your Hoshizaki. Those are your big players with the water cooled. I don't know, does Follett, any of you know if Follett makes a water cooled unit? I've never seen one. Let me see if Follett makes one. And I'm still taking requests because this is, what the hell is today? This is a Wednesday, right? I'm still snowed. Well, the roads cleared up today. Flights resumed as of 10 o'clock this morning. So we were back in business today. So tomorrow we'll hit the road. All right. Excuse me. Follett ice machine water cooled. Anybody know if we got self-contained? Oh, Follett does have water cooled. Get out of here. All right. Follett does have water cooled. Yes, please hit the like button. Hold on, I'm gonna hit y'all with this one. I'm gonna hit you with this one.
And here we go.
All right, I'm gonna dismiss that. No, you can't help me with sales today. So Follett does have freaking water cool. Get out of here. I've never seen one in a while, to be honest with you. If you ever run across Follett, Follett has some crazy stuff with these diverter valves and all this piping going every damn where. It's a sight to see, man. Let me see which one of these is water cooled. Remote air control. Yeah, that's remote. Wonder how the hell you're able to tell. Remote, and it can't be this one because it's got a damn grip. Get the hell out of here. It is. Why would you have a grill in the front for air if you're water cooled? That is nuts. That is freaking nuts. Why? Oh, my bad. My bad. That is nuts. Why in the hell would you have a freaking ice machine with air vents and it's a damn water cooled unit? So this is a Follett 1400. This is a Horizon series. And this unit comes in air cooled, remote, and water. Condenser type is water cooled. So Dave's, I believe it's Dave's Hot Chicken. Hey, Abdullah, what's happening, brother? What's happening? I do believe Dave's Hot Chicken. I took some pictures. I think Dave's Hot Chicken is using Follett. So if you run into a Dave's Hot Chicken, that's going to be a Follett machine. You're not going to see the machine. What you're going to see is the damn tubing. What you're going to see is the Follett uses the ice ride system. So you're not going to see this sitting on top of the machine. What you're going to see is just a tubing, and they've actually done some corrections to the Dave's Hot Chicken by me. They actually have this like little box. They've added some kind of junction box at the top. Instead of just the tube going into the bin, they added this box. So what's up? Yeah, I got two people coming in. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate that. Let me give y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate you. let me show you what that freaking ice ride system. There it is. Ice transport and storage. Ah, hell with it. Let me see if I can find something. Have any of you ever heard of Follett before? Everest? No, that's calling. There we go. So this is it. This is how it looks. So if you're gonna forget about the cutaway in the back. So what you just see out there is you see this, and it's never as clean and as nice as this. It's usually the tube coming down from the ceiling and then going into a gray box of some sort. And then what's going on inside the unit is this. It is dropping the ice in there. Also, I forgot Chick-fil-A. So Chick-fil-A uses the ice ride system, but they do theirs a little differently. The ice ride system delivers the ice from the bottom of the bin and pushes the ice up into the serving well right there at the register. So they just scoop the ice up in front of the dispenser. But this is, so you're going to find this in Dave Hot Chicken. You're going to find this in Chick-fil-A. This is their ice ride system. Let me show you guys how it's done. Let me show you how it's cleaned, because it's a little freaky way to clean it. Let's see if it's on the resources. I don't want prices. Oh, and you should sign up for a parts account with Follett and Middleby. Middleby has a whole separate division for parts. You know what? There's more than one way to skin a cat. It has it in here. Cleaning instructions. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah, we're gonna go with the Symphony. That's crazy. I gotta go out to go back in it. Come on now.
With the introduction of Symphony Plus, cleaning a Follett ice and water dispenser has never been faster or easier. Complete instructions can be found in the manual packed with the equipment. You can also access the most up-to-date information online at folletice.com or through the QR code under the dispenser cover. Complete cleaning instructions are on the inside of the front cover. As always, if you have questions or need assistance, feel free to contact Follett Technical Support 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or visit our website for the latest product information. My name is Ernie Taroff. I am the National Technical Sales Support Manager for the Healthcare Division. This cleaning procedure should be performed by a trained maintenance technician or by a Follett authorized service provider at least every 6 months, or more often if the environment or the water quality dictates more frequent attention.
Yep, money.
Here is a list of the materials required. Be sure to wear rubber gloves and safety goggles or a face shield for protection when handling cleaner or sanitizer mixtures. Use only these Follett-approved cleaners and sanitizers. They are available online at folletice.com/partsonline or by calling our parts department at 877-612-5086. We will descale, clean, and sanitize a Model 25 CI 425A countertop dispenser. 25, 50, and 110 models all have the same modular removable ice machine. We will then take a look at the differences required to clean a 12 CI 425A dispenser with an integral ice machine. Cleaning is a 4-step process. Clean and descale the ice machine, clean the dispenser, sanitize the ice machine, and sanitize the dispenser. The ice machine is located behind the splash panel. Remove the front cover. Turn off the bin signal switch. All of the ice should be dispensed and discarded. Do not put any of this ice back into the ice storage bin after the procedure is complete. Turn off the dispenser power. Always turn off dispenser power before cleaning or removing parts from the ice storage hopper. Remove the dispense chutes, the water dispense tube,
Yeah, the customer is going to do this.
and then the splash panel by removing the screws found at each corner. The splash panel can be moved out of the way by turning off the water feed on the right side and disconnecting the water line from the water dispense solenoid.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
The water valve on the left must remain open for the cleaning and sanitizing of the evaporator. Inspect the drain cup and check the drain pan drain line to ensure they are open and water can flow freely. This prevents potential water overflow during the semi-automatic cleaning. Start the semi-automatic cleaning cycle, pressing the clean switch. The maintenance light will come on and the water system drains. Following the manufacturer's instructions, mix 1 7-ounce packet of Follett's Safe Clean Ice Machine Cleaner and Descaler with 1 gallon of water that is at least 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks.
Locate the cleaning cup and remove the lid.
Out, man.
When the low water light comes on, elevate the cleaning cup above the water reservoir. Slowly add solution to the cup until the solution is going through the overflow tube to the evaporator drain pan. Verify that the cleaner full light turns on. Replace the cup lid. The ice machine will start the cleaning cycle, then rinse 3 times. This process takes approximately 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
The dispenser can be cleaned while the ice machine completes cleaning and descaling. Immerse the dispense chute, water dispense tube, and the drain pan grill in the cleaning solution. Remove the lid by removing the knurled screws at each corner of the lid.
And all of these videos are also on the
Remove the baffle by taking off the 2 knurled nuts on the front of the hopper. The dispense wheel is removed with the knurled screw on top of the wheel.
And this goes for all the other ice machines too.
Collect and remove any remaining ice. Thoroughness is key to a successful cleaning. The hopper drain line can be cleaned with a 3/4 inch bottle brush. Wipe each of the component surfaces with the Safe Clean solution. Spraying the solution is not effective. Use only a soft cloth to avoid damage to surfaces. Do not use abrasive products such as scouring pads. To complete dispenser cleaning, use a damp cloth with fresh water to rinse all surfaces thoroughly. Be careful not to damage the ice dispense motor by allowing excess water to run down the motor shaft hole at the bottom of the hopper. After approximately 15 minutes, the maintenance light will turn off, indicating the ice machine has finished cleaning and descaling. Pour remaining cleaning solution into the drain pan.
No ice ride on this one. Damn. No ice ride. I was trying to get the ice ride.
Sanitizing is necessary to provide high-quality sanitary ice. Sanitizing removes undesirable and potentially harmful microbial growth from the ice machine. Mix the sanitizing solutions per the manufacturer's instructions. Use 1.6 ounces of New Calgon IMS2 sanitizer with 1 gallon of water that is at least 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The remaining steps to sanitize the ice machine are the same as the steps used to clean the ice machine. Simply repeat the process using the sanitizing solution in place of the cleaning solution.
I'm sorry. I thought this had the ice ride.
Sanitize the hopper drain line by dipping a clean 3/4 inch bottle brush.
All right, well, you guys get the idea. You get the idea. That's how that goes. Oh, Fallout Ice Ride. Man. But yeah, you get the idea how that goes. There's a separate one on how to use the sponges with the ice ride system. And that's what you're going to run into with the Dave's Hot Chicken and all the rest of those. Let me just show you what the kit looks like. Let me see if I can find the kit. I just want the ice ride kit. Yeah, well, this price is a little crazy. That's Granger charging $5,000 for the evaporator. But yeah, there's nothing cheap on these ice machines. There's the auger motor for that sucker. And they gave me everything, but I wanted everything but the Fallout Ice. Hold on, let me see here. Cleaning kit. Oh, we don't want that. We want the cleaning kit. You know what? Forget it. They're being difficult today. It is being difficult. Nope, different. Nah, that's what I get for going off the reservation. That is what I get for going off the reservation. There's the all right. So here's the part of the kit for the Fallout. You soak these sponges in cleaner, ice machine cleaner, and then you put them in the ice ride tube, and you run them through the tube to clean it. And then the other one, you're gonna put sanitizer on it, and you're gonna run that through last. Long story short, anyway. Matter of fact, I got a new one coming for you. I'm gonna work on information on Istro. So for some of you that are having trouble getting a hold of Manitowoc and things like that, Istro is also by Middleby. So the same company that owns Follett, they own this brand, which is called Istro, and they have a Manitowoc clone. So if Manitowoc is giving you some pushback on purchasing the machine, I'll give you information on how you can purchase from Istro, and they'll ship it right to you, or they'll ship it right to your right to the destination. So competitive pricing, the whole nine. And they're going around the country doing training. They just haven't released any training dates for 2025. They went out a couple years ago and did some classes. Let me see if I can pull this up. But these, and they're not afraid to admit it. They are clones of Manitowoc, the Cool Air version, and they're clones of Hoshizaki. So they said, hey, man, if it works, if it ain't broke, why would you try and fix it? So they just copied exactly what's up. CEO Jakes, what's up? So they just copied exactly what
being involved and being active on his YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
Yep, thanks for being here. So Istro is a brand that you could use, competitive pricing. They're competing with Isomatic, Manitowoc, and Hoshizaki. So if you did want flaked, they have an Isomatic clone to compete with those units. If you wanted to lease it, they are all set up for you to lease it. As they show here, You got the same warranty like you do from Hoshizaki and Manitowoc. Exact same warranty. Yeah, CEO Jakes, I was just going over some training from Ignitor Labs, and then I ended up going into some of this other stuff. Showing one thing led to another thing, led to another thing, and it led to another thing. But if you guys are at all interested in selling ice machines, in leasing ice machines, if you're getting any pushback from Hoshizaki or Manitowoc, you can go ahead and sell an Istro. They have everything that those other brands got. It's just a clone of that with same warranty. So if you needed to sell an office unit, you can do that, because it is kind of difficult even for me to get a Scotsman unit. But this one you could use in place of a Scotsman unit. I did get a chance to see these in person, put my hands on them. See, it's still 134A. This will fit right in place of one of those under counter Scotsman units. It has the hinge where it'll fold out so it won't hit the cabinetry. So whether you're doing it for office break room or if you're doing it for a residential customer, because we know we all run into that residential customer. You take care of their office and then they say, hey, I got an ice machine at the house. So when you need to replace it, you can replace it with one of these. And then if you're dealing with a nursing home and stuff like that, you know this one, office building, oh so familiar with this sucker. They did make it to look a little bit like the Scotsman, but this one is a Hoshizaki clone. It's as you can see here, it's 404. Ice, water, and water system. So they're rolling out a bunch of different ones nationwide, a bunch of different warehouses nationwide. And let me get to, all right. Okay. Scotsman training or equipment is tough in these parts. Well, yeah, Scotsman can be kind of a pain, but you can still, through United Refrigeration, you can get Scotsman machines. Get Scotsman through United Refrigeration, so that's not a problem. They'll ship it. You can get it through United Refrigeration. You just can't get it through. Excuse me. You just can't get it through Scotsman directly. What size do you recommend for a small fast food? Yeah, that all depends. You could have a small fast. Oh, right. It's always in a 24-hour period, but this is a very important thing, because when you're dealing, let me go back to these prices. Let me go back to some of these prices. Let me go with Istro Cube. Let's go with a 450-pound for sale. So if you go with around the 400 to 500 pound, you see that is about $5,000. I don't know if you need the bin or not. Let's just say if you don't need the bin. If you don't need the bin, your customer is looking at about $4,600, right? For 440 pounds, that's the middle space. And you can, oh damn, you can get it in water cooled. Now, here's the issue. Yeah, I know what you're getting at. Here's the problem. You always want to match up with what they have. So the first thing you want to do is you want the model and serial number of the exact unit they have. The second question you need to ask that question, because the how much ice the unit makes is in the model number. The second question you want to ask your customer is this. You need to ask them, do you run out of ice? Because if you sell them an ice machine and your ice machine runs out of ice, they're going to want a larger ice machine from you. They're going to say, well, damn, this one's doing the same thing the last one's doing. I need a bigger one. And then you're going to run into problems because you're going to have to go ahead and sell them a new machine. And now you're going to be stuck with this other machine. So you want to make sure that you size it appropriately. You want to size it according to their busiest day, not to their average day. With their current ice machine, you say, hey, do you run out of ice on Saturday or Sunday or Friday? Do you run out of ice? And if they say yes, you need to up the number. You need to up it. So if they got a 400 pounder, you want to sell them like this is a 450 or 500 pounder. So if they want a backup machine, you need to ask them what size do they want. Brother Charles likes to say this all the time, and I kind of agree with him on this one. The worst thing in the world you can have is a stagnant ice machine. The backup ice machine needs to also work and make ice. Just because it is a backup ice machine does not mean that ice machine needs to go off. If you have a backup ice machine and you leave it off, when you go to turn that damn thing on, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I guarantee you it's not going to work. That's how the business goes. These things need to be in motion. It's no different than buying a brand new car, parking it in a garage, and never driving it. You come back to that parked car and you hop in that sucker and you want to start it up and drive away, and it's been sitting there for 2 years, never been run. Guess what? It ain't going to start. That battery is going to be dead. The tires are going to be underinflated. Now, you're not going to have that kind of problem, but you're going to have other problems. You're going to try to start it. You might have a seized up or rusted contactor. The contactor might get stuck into place with the humidity and everything else. You could have failed contactors. You can have the situations where the sensor gets warped because they copied Manitowoc as far as the ice thickness probe. So they use a bar. There, let me show you guys what the hell the Istro uses. Let me see if I can find some parts. Let's see if I can find some parts to show you. Istro America parts. Let's see what we can find. So if somebody wants a backup machine, you got to let them know that it needs to run. It just because it's a backup, it's still going to be running and making ice every day. If that machine is not running, then what's happening inside that machine is the water that's sitting there is building up mold. Man, what the hell? Hand screws. I don't want that washer door, hinge spacer. I don't want none of this stuff. Fixed bolt, E-ring. This is not what I'm looking for. Tension bolt. Right? So that's something you got to let them know that damn machine needs to be working. And even with it being a backup machine, if they're worried that machine is not going to be there anymore, then they're still going to need the same size. So, like we talked about, those people don't own that machine. And so the original owners can take back that machine at any time. Because the owners can take back that machine, these people are thinking about getting their own machine. Their own machine, they're still going to need to match what they got. So you're going to want to find out what that model number is. And then whatever you purchase, you need to make sure it is the same number, if not more. Because the minute you under deliver, they're gonna call you, they're gonna raise hell, they're gonna say something's wrong with this damn machine. And there's a lot of parts here, but none of the parts I'm looking for. I want to show you the ice. Let me see if I can do a search or something, man. This is nuts. Damn it, I don't want to do this. I want the ice guide. Insert bracket. I want a bracket of some evaporator band. What the hell's an evaporator band? That still ain't telling me anything. I need the ice guide. So anyway, the ice guide on this, and I got pictures, but I just got, woo! Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, well, it's, whoa. All right, for what you, hold on. Listen to me. A 1,500 pound Hoshizaki air cooled unit is not the prices I've been giving you. Hold on 1 second. You missed out. Earlier, I was talking about a 1,500. That's what I started out the show with. I started out with a Hoshizaki 1,500 MAJ. So you're talking about 10 grand. You're talking about 10 grand. You're not talking about 8 grand. You're talking about 10 grand. So in early what I went over was we went over the booklet. Where the hell's that damn booklet? All right, so earlier we were talking about Hoshizaki and all this other stuff. There's a service manual and how to troubleshoot it, all that good stuff. This is what I started the show out with. And I went and pulled up the book. We went and pulled up the book and everything on the Hoshizaki site. So if you're going to support, you go into technical, you can come down here, you can get your book. Why is this doing this to me? And so I was explaining here that you got the oh wow, I remember exactly where I was. So we were going over the different types, especially when you get to your 1,500. Like this is a KM 1600. What did you say? Yeah, 1,500. Yeah, man, that is. Yeah, if they're gonna lease it, it's not going to be. It's gonna be an air cooled. It's gonna be an air cooled. So we'll go to Webstrunk. Let me show you that. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing the same thing I'm seeing all the time. Technical difficulties. So here's that 1,500 pounder. This is the MAJ. We went over the model number 4. That's air cooled. Yo, brother Wilco. Hold on 1 second. Man, everybody coming on through today. Yo. Oh, good. You got on the Dr. Pepper? Oh, nice. I'm glad for you, man. I'm glad.
I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you. That's cool. I'm glad. The whole purpose of you doing these Dr. Peppers is so that you can gain clientele in your area. You're going to do these Dr. Peppers. You're going to be able to, if you have employees, you'll be able to have work for your employees. But using this Dr. Pepper, you're going to get well known in your market doing the Dr. Pepper jobs. I wish you best of luck on that. Now on Abdullah stuff. Abdullah, let's see here. So this is the unit $10,000 as their backup. Yeah, sure, a backup. So this is what you need. Hopefully, because the bin pretty much need to look like this. The bin need to look like this or bigger. Oh, sure, no problem, man. I appreciate you too, brother. And just remember,
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
that's right. So, Abdullah, this is the unit that you're looking at. This is what you're looking to replace. More than likely, if they lose that current ice machine, they're going to lose the ice machine and the bin. So don't forget, you need to sell them a bin as well. That is not included in that 10 grand. That is going to add another, man, I want to say another 3 grand. Let's see here. Hoshizaki 1,500 pound bin. See, that's what a 1,500 pound bin look like. Now, you can go with the much smaller one. You can go with this one. Uh-oh, you weren't able to see that. My bad. I did it again. Oh, you did see it. So this is the typical one. It only holds 800 pounds. What a restaurant is typically doing is they are using the ice from that machine all throughout the day. It only makes 1,500 in a 24-hour period. And so once this bin fills up, then it stops the machine. But as long as they're using ice, that damn ice machine is just going to keep pumping out ice. And it rains down like thunder. So you're looking at another 2 grand. So all in all, we're up to 12. Yeah, we're up to 12 grand. And that's before you do your install. So your install is going to add another 2 grand to this number. Then I don't know if you're going to, well, yeah, you probably, so it's going to be 2 grand for you to install. It's going to be another like $800 for you to deliver and uncrate. So all this stuff is going to come boxed up tight. You have to pick it up from Hoshizaki and you got to bring it on over there. Then you got to uncrate the damn thing. Plus, you have to connect the power to this. You have to connect power. So it doesn't even come with a cord. You got to supply the cord. It doesn't come with drain lines. You have to supply the drain line. Let me share this. So neither does the bin. You're gonna have to do the piping for the bin. So you got a lot of this to go into play. A lot of this goes into it. And there's money every step of the way. See, other people are selling it in the bin for 5 grand. Oh, that's the bigger one. That's the bigger one. You're typically not going to do this one. Let me go back. Like I said, having 1,000 pound bin is good enough. If your unit makes 1,500 pounds of ice, they are going to constantly take that ice and place that ice in other places in the restaurant. So you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. They're constantly using ice all throughout the day. Only time you need one of these bigger bins. Only time you need one of these bigger bins is if they need a lot of storage. So they'll let these bigger bins, they'll let these suckers make ice all throughout the night. And they'll come back during the day and then, you know, they need thousands of pounds of ice all day. Well, there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons why restaurants fail. A lot of reasons. And most of those revolve around the fact that they don't take care of their damn equipment. That's what the hell that is. Hold on 1 second. So since you're being talkative, what else you got? What else you got for me on this one? What else you got for me? That's a 1500, 16, 1100. You see what the difference is with this one. And then too, you're gonna have to see it. Yeah, all this is big. Now, do they have room? What model do they currently have a Hoshizaki or a Manitowoc there? What do they have? Because the other thing you need to make sure of is that this damn unit is going to fit. These pictures aren't doing this justice. This is a massive freaking ice machine. The picture makes it look little. This damn thing ain't little. This thing is not little. This thing is pretty wide. Let me see if I get the numbers. And this is 220. See, so this one says it's 1,100. It makes pretty close to that. 1,080. It is a Hoshizaki? Okay. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh. So Hoshizaki will fit. What the hell? Oh. Sorry about that. My mute only works on streaming. I'm still trying to figure out. Still trying to figure out this damn remote control I got for this system. Yeah, you always want it. This goes for everybody. You always want to take pictures. You always want to take pictures. So you never have to rely on memory or any of that other stuff. And what's my app's got to say? Does Istro or Follett have warranty work for distributors so you can get customers, or are you just pitching service COD? No, I'm pitching sales. I'm telling you, like Abdullah is trying to, well, he's got a customer that wants to purchase one. So I'm arming him with all the information he needs to sell one. So Abdullah's gonna make about $2 or $3 grand off of the sale of the ice machine. Then Abdullah's gonna make another $2 grand off of the install. And he's gonna make another 800 off of the delivery, off of transporting the unit. Unfortunately, there's no unit to reclaim from the location. They're going to return the unit that they currently have, but yeah. So he's gonna make that money. Yeah, but it's not the only one. Everybody has to have an ice machine. Everybody got an ice machine, so it's not going to be the only one. People smell that desperation on you, and it's a turnoff, man. It's a turnoff.
You got to have vision.
You gotta have vision, man, because you just deal with it. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. You got to keep hitting them up. Hit up a bunch of different people, man. Let these people know that you exist. And my apps, this is not the residential side of the business. None of these. Hoshizaki is not going to send you calls. Manitowoc is not going to send you calls. Scotsman is not going to send you calls. None of the ice manufacturers are going to send you calls. None of them. How the hell did I do this on my soundbite? Damn it. None of them are going to send you calls. So
I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out.
That's not how the commercial side works. They don't give people your information to do that kind of stuff. Once you get the training, you're allowed to do the work. So Abdullah is going to sell the Hoshizaki. If there's a problem with the Hoshizaki that he sold, he can then take care of that Hoshizaki unit and get paid for taking care of it. So not only is he going to get $2 or $3 grand profit in selling it, not only is he going to get the $2 grand for installing it, not only is he going to get the 800 for delivering it, but then on top of that, when the customer has a problem and it's not working, and it's one of those, and it's the micro switch on the clean valve, he can go on over there, change the micro switch, and then Hoshizaki is going to pay him for that. But if he's not trained, if he's not authorized, Hoshizaki is not going to pay him. Only way you're going to get paid is if you go to these training classes. But these people are not going to send you calls. They're not going to send you calls. Oh, I didn't know you were still here. All right, so you're pushing marketing in Fort Lauderdale and PBG, Palm Beach area real hard. Yeah, you got a lot of people you're dealing with. A lot of people you're competing with. HVACR, what's happening? Yeah, I think I seen you on Instagram. So
being involved and being active on this YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
Thank you for coming to the channel. All right, now, yeah, with Wilco, yeah. So I know that market, not the Fort Lauderdale. Well, yeah. I know Fort Lauderdale, but I used to live in West Palm Beach. I got married in West Palm Beach. I got the hell up out of West Palm Beach. I know West Palm Beach very well. I used to live on Okeechobee Boulevard. Yeah, you got your work cut out. But yeah, you do have to let people know that you exist so that you're at least an option. You got to present yourself as an option to everybody. Because just because there's companies out there, most people don't like the company that's currently providing service to them. Just because they're already working with somebody, I don't mean they like that company. And I hope you guys have seen the stuff I've been putting out as far as the other training classes, because Florida, I think Florida is coming up this week or the end of the month or something like that. What the hell is this thing popping up? Hold on, I got more. Hold on a second. I guess it's under. Where the hell is this? I guess it's under resources. So if you guys go to the Hoshizaki website, they have all the instructions on how to clean the machines. They have all the equipment. Hold on a second, and I'll be able to read the chat in a second. We don't want any of that. We don't want the flyers. There's the Espanol. Aha, there's the booklets. Here's the booklet. So if you go to Hoshizaki, you will see these training guides. If you actually make it to one of the Hoshizaki distribution centers, they will actually have these in color laminated. And maybe you can get your hands on one. They typically don't charge you for them. They'll give it to you if they have them. And so this is the control switches. Sometimes the switches go out. This is part of the cleaning that has to be done. And the micro switch is sitting right behind the valve. The employees will damage the switch and not realize it. And then they won't be able to get the ice machine back on once they finish cleaning. And so this is a common one. Sometimes I have to just change the whole damn knuckle, especially after the little screw in the middle gets damaged. You just change the whole damn thing. Oh yeah, Miami, not Miami, Orlando. Yeah, I know. I knew Hoshizaki was coming up. So Hoshizaki and Manitowoc are doubling up in Florida. They're pretty much doubling up here in Texas too. What about Naples? You do a lot of Manitowoc. Okay, you do a lot of Manitowoc and Wendy's. Yeah, because Manitowoc is in Wendy's, Manitowoc is in Taco Bell, Manitowoc is in McDonald's, and you will find that sometimes you'll find Manitowoc in Burger King, sometimes you'll find Hoshizaki in Burger King. It all depends on what experience that McDonald's owner that Burger King owner has with the service provider for Manitowoc. So if they're pissed off with whoever's handling whoever's the distributor or whoever the service company is, the large service company is, they will jump ship and just go to Hoshizaki, and then vice versa. Yeah, Naples is West Coast. I'm from Chicago, so Naples is typically where the Chicago people at are all on that side. Like I said, met my wife on over there in West Palm Beach. I never did. I used to just go Hollandale, Fort Lauderdale, Boca, Miami. That was the kind of thing that you do when you're on the West Palm Beach side. You don't even really go up to the Treasure Coast. You go as far up as Jupiter. People in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, we don't go up past Jupiter. We go from Jupiter all the way down to Miami, and that's about it. So yeah, being popular on the residential side is cool. That clientele is very annoying over there in Florida, especially Palm Beach Gardens over there by the PGA. The uppity when you go south into Wellington. I actually have clients here in Texas that I used to have when I was in Wellington, Florida. And man, I'm gonna tell you, man, they're just some of the most, yes, they're very annoying, unrealistic. They're just weirdos. Just let's just call it what it is. They're weirdos. And matter of fact, let me give you the time frame. When I lived in West Palm Beach, that's when Venus and Serena Williams was there. When I lived in West Palm Beach, that Whole Foods was just built on Palm Beach Gardens Boulevard. So when I first moved to Palm Beach, that Whole Foods wasn't even there. There was no Whole Foods in South Florida. There was no Whole Foods. Oh, Wellington is a mess. Yeah. Wellington is always a mess. So you have your horse farms and you have your private airstrips, communities down there, and those people are just awful. I used to deal with a lot of ice machines over there in Wellington. One, because when you have people that have their own stables, they have hands for the horses. And in the summertime, there's no air conditioning out there in the stables, and so they want to make sure there's ice for the hands, for the ranch hands, and for the horses and stuff like that. And then they also want ice in the house. When they piss me off, yeah, don't get started. My mother-in-law is still here. She's gonna be here till tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got a price book to be competitive. Hey, man, you're not going to be competitive. There's no way possible your prices are going to even come close to a company that has 401k, dental, healthcare, tuition reimbursement. That's like saying, oh yeah, I'm going to open up a computer company and I want to be competitive with Micro Center, and I'm going to, like, what? Dude, you're small. You think I need a new thing. I need a new thing for that. You think it's small. No, bro. This is not residential. You got to let that go. You have no expenses that would bring you anywhere close to what the large companies have. The large companies have an office, a warehouse. They have $250,000 worth of parts. They got vans and trucks worth $80,000 to $100,000 with another $100,000 worth of tools and equipment in it. You don't have none of that. I don't know you, but I know you don't have none of that. So no matter what you charge, you're never going to be at the same price as those big guys. So you don't have to worry about being competitive. No matter what you charge, you're always going to be less than half, if not a quarter, of what the other guys are charging. Where's the labor guide? Maybe it's under here. Yeah, none of it, not even myself, none of us. I'm not even gonna get into exactly how much I got in that van, but I got a lot in the damn van. And I don't have back end staff. I don't have office support, but the big guys do. I don't have a parts clerk. The big guys do. You know, I don't have to pay. I used to have to do that when I was in Chicago. I don't have light bill for my office. I don't have gas bill for my office. I don't have to have insurance for my office because I don't have one. I don't have to worry about that. Let me give you the labor guide. Oh. Let me give you the freaking labor guide. Hold on. Every manufacturer has it. I'm gonna have to Google it. Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to do it. But yeah, you're in a world where there's a company called General Parts and Tech 24 and stuff like that. They're paying their technicians 6 figures. You're not even paying yourself 6 figures, man. Come on. You can't have an army of technicians off the damn rates that you're charging. So you got to come up. There it is. Hoshizaki Labor Allowance Guide. And it's on their damn site. It's a pain in the ass to cut for this stuff. Oh, here we are. Yeah, you guys, I find that to be comical. It's like, oh, I want to be competitive. Competitive with what? You don't have any. These people have $1 million line of credit and all that other stuff. We don't have none of that. Listen to me. So here is your labor guide, HVACR. Here's your labor guide. No matter what price you charge, no matter what price you charge HVACR, you don't have the math skills to make your numbers as high as Tech 24. You don't have the math skills to make your numbers as high as Tech 20, as high as Smart Care. You just don't. You don't have a $6 million training facility that you have to pay for. Smart Care does. You don't have an HR department you got to pay for. Smart Care does. Tech 24 does. Commercial Kitchens does. General Parts does. Whaley does. They have all of these costs they have to pay for. You don't. So you can charge as much as you want to. You're never going to come close to what these guys are charging. So here's that. This is crazy. Here's that the clean valve switch, like I was telling you. This takes me literally 5 minutes to do, but they're saying that the clean valve switch, they give you about an hour and 5. Well, an hour and a half. I don't know why I said an hour and 5. They give you an hour and a half to change the clean valve switch. That's wild. That's nice. That's generous. The float switch, hour and a half. Once again, that's nice. That's generous. So this is what I tell you guys, and I'm gonna tell you HVACR, and I tell it to everybody else. As long as you charge within these parameters, the factory will back you up. So if you charge, all right, so a high pressure switch. So if you're charging 3 hours to replace a high pressure switch, fan cycle switch, on a unit, on a Hoshizaki ice machine, and you charge the customer your service call fee, your travel time, what some people are talking about, administration fee, credit card fee, and all this other stuff, you charging them that, plus you charge them for the part, plus you charge them for the shipping costs for the part, and any diagnosing time that you did, Plus, you put in there, yeah, I did the pressure switch was 3 hours. That includes recovering the refrigerant and then removing the high pressure switch and installing the new one, vacuuming it down, and then recharging it with the refrigerant, right? Then you can also put equipment, special equipment fee and all that other stuff that those guys place. Like I said, I don't have the math skills it takes to do all that stuff. When they do this work, it is a huge page long invoice that these guys write up. They charge for paper clips. They charge for the damn ink that they print out the damn invoice with. It's insane. So you would want to charge for use of your recovery tank. You would want to charge for use of your recovery machine. You would want to charge for recovery vacuum pump oil. So that's another charge in there. And all of these things, Hoshizaki will back you up. You say, oh yeah, my labor on this is 3 hours. You charge them 3 hours for the labor, just not getting there, not, nothing else, just actually doing the work. Hoshizaki is like, yeah, we got that in writing. That typically takes about 3 hours. Yeah, sure. Was it remote? Do you have a unit on the roof or in the back? No, it's just what I see here. There's nothing else. They'd be like, all right, cool. They charge you 3 hours? Yeah, 3 hours just to change a stupid switch. Well, we can send you a piece of paper that shows you that that's what we authorize for our own work is 3 hours. So you'll never go wrong with these numbers. You'll never go wrong with these numbers. Even the distribution tubes, they'll give you an hour. They'll give you an hour to change those. Does it take an hour to change the spray guides, the distribution tubes? Typically, no. On the it can be a little challenging with the larger ones, the 2,000 pounds, the 1,500 ones, with the very small clamps and stuff like that. But other than that, no, it don't take long. And once again, I mean, maybe 30 minutes, and 20 minutes is spent putting those damn hoses on so they don't freaking leak. So I hope I addressed some of what you were talking about, HVACR. But as far as your actual cost, what you're actually charging them, your rate, you need to sit down with a financial advisor and you need to go over what it costs you to be in business. Then you need to cover over with your financial advisor what you need to retire, what you need to pay off your home, what you need to pay for your kids' tuition, what you need to pay for your grandkids' tuition. What do you need to pay to get all this crap out of the freaking house, out of the damn garage and into your own workshop? All that needs to be put into your cost of doing business. How much is your insurance costing you? All that stuff determines what you're charging the customer. That's why you cannot, will not, and have never, nor have you ever seen something that says the cost of doing the normal rate, because that does not exist. That's why you can't find it anywhere. Because you could charge what somebody else is charging, but if your numbers cost you more than what the numbers are that they're charging, you're going to be out of business. You don't have to worry about them. Most people put themselves out of business any damn way. You got to worry about your damn self. So yeah, as you see, 3 hours here, 4 hours here, everything is reasonable. Relays, water control, hour and a half. These are all reasonable times. Because who was that? Are you still in here? Who was asking about Hoshizaki? Who was asking about Hoshizaki? Oh, that was top 10. That was top 10 products. So if you still hear top 10, I'll stick on this. I'll stick with this. Otherwise, I can I'll move on to another brand.
Is there no one else?
Nobody else got a question. Nobody else got a question.
Is there no one else?
No. I hope you guys appreciate the little soundboard thing I got, because I had to spice it up, man. I know it was a little dry, a little boring without the damn sound bites. Oh, man, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, man, because where the hell they go? You know what? I got so many freaking sounds. I can't find it. You like them? All right, cool.
That guy
got me. All right, so let me show you. Let me show you another one. So this was Hoshizaki's labor guide. You could find it on the Hoshizaki website, or you could find it just like I did, warranty labor allowance. But there's nothing that says you can't use that as a basis, as a foundation for your labor hour rates. Everybody has it. Manitowoc, all right, warranty labor grade, labor allowance guide. Everybody gets so damn technical with it. Make sure you guys are seeing the same thing I'm seeing. All right, good. You're seeing the same thing I am. Oh, cool. I'm glad you like it, Abdullah. All right, so here is, we don't want the form. Here's the guide. Oh, damn, I don't want K-Toms. Hold on, let me go back. No, I don't want instructions for that. Shoot. Yep, I don't want instructions for a warranty. Where is it? Where is it? Is it? There it is. I believe this is it. No, man, I am not hitting. Accept warranty summary. Where the hell is the labor guide? You know, they make this stuff so crazy where I gotta type this in. Warranty labor allowance. Bam. All right, cool. We're here. Sorry about that. Took a little while, but we made it. Took a little while. So, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Damn. Oh, they still got me. They still got me. Hold on. Labor rate or something. It's on here somewhere. Ice machine warranty work. Little. So see, it even takes me a minute to find this stuff. Let me see if I can do this. Labor rates. I'm going to say wash. Hold on 1 second. Let me. All right. Then what does it say? It says, good info. You have a question. It says, use a 3/4 inch bottle brush to clean the drain tube. It's not a special tube. It's just a bottle brush. I did a whole video where you go and you can go to the dollar store and get that same bottle brush to clean the drain tube. It's You just go to the dollar store. Now, only brush that they have that's a pain in the ass is this one. It's about 18 inches long. And this guy, is there any place you can direct me to a template service agreement for customers to sign for ice machine cleaning? What the hell?
Computer says nah.
Hold on, let me check my Palm Pilot.
Computer says nah.
No, sir. There's no place that has that. Now you can do this stuff is all you've never seen it, you never heard of it. There are tons of places that do ice machine cleaning. But in order for you to get the damn form, you got to fill out some stuff. Oh, there's a labor. No, I think that's just a labor claim form. There's the damn guide. There's the freaking guide. All right, cool. So I'm gonna have to address these two things. So, and then we'll come back to this. So if you have to do work, these are your guidelines. The factory will back you up. If the customer calls Manitowoc, customer calls Hoshizaki, if the customer calls Scotsman, and they said, this guy charged me 3 hours to change a condenser fan motor, and you went to the class, they know you went to the class, you got your receipt, you got your certificate, you went to Manitowoc class, you went to Hoshizaki class, you went to Scotsman class, you do this work. The customer calls up to that factory and said, I don't think it's right. This guy charged me 3 hours to change this condenser fan motor on my unit. They're going to say, well, ma'am, that's what we authorize. If your unit was under warranty and this guy did the job for us, we would pay them up to 3 hours to do the same damn job. And he's, as you can see, this is revised July of 2022. So they have all this stuff, the ice thickness probe, all that stuff, 2 hours. 2 hours for an ice thickness probe. Now, why is it 2 hours for ice thickness probe? Because you have to let the unit run and make sure that it is going to give you ice that is not too thin and not too thick. Same thing with the splash shield, 2 hours. It takes 30 seconds to put a splash shield up. 30 seconds. Because you're going to run the machine at least once or twice to make sure all the water is returning back into the machine so that it can make a full sheet of ice. Oh, that Luminice. Let me see how long. That's bull. That's bull. It takes me longer than 2 hours to put it feels long. Well, I will say it feels longer than 2 hours to put that damn Luminice on there. I've only put in like 1 or 2. And the pump for the for the CO2, not CO2, but it's a pump for it's like an ozonator or something like that. That's what this pump does. Or is this the auxiliary pump? No, there's the air assist pump. I think this is a pump for the Luminice or something like that, the aux pump. 2 hours. These don't take 2 hours. Solenoid coil, the coil itself does not take 2 hours, but they want you to run the machine a couple of times. But the whole reason why you guys are here, the whole reason why none of you can say, hey, over on so-and-so channel where I saw online on this guy, or I went to so-and-so school and they said this and said that, because none of that exists. There is, oh shoot, why did you guys tell me? Damn it. Man, this whole time you guys didn't tell me. here are the labor guides. Damn it. It's on the Manitowoc website. So I'll use another one. To change the circuit board is 2 hours. Changing the circuit board on a Manitowoc does not take you 2 hours. It's like 15 minutes tops. But they'll pay you 2 hours. If you charge a customer 2 hours to change a circuit board, 2 hours to change a touchpad takes you 5 minutes. You can charge them 2 hours. The factory will back you up. They say, hey, this is what we pay. We pay up to 2 hours. So there's money in them darn hills. Gear motor assembly is 3 hours. Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat, but like I said, this is all hopefully this works. Just Google is your friend. Google is your friend. I don't know how well that's gonna work. You could try it, but you're gonna. This is what I had to Google. Let me go back. This is what I had to Google to get here. And like I said, it's on every single manufacturer has this repair time sheet. You see me do it in real time. You're not always gonna get it the first time around. I don't know why my computer's giving me such grief. What the hell did I have to search? All right, so this is what I'm gonna drop this in the chat. These are the search terms that I did. That's what so you can click on that link and that'll give you a good idea if you can even do it. Let me see what the hell works. All right, so it does the second to last link, it does work. I just tried it. And now back to this one, and we lost everybody. Yeah, because they don't like that. They want to hear some numbers. No, you ain't gonna get no numbers from me, Jack. You ain't gonna be saying, man, that damn Mike Reed told me to charge this, and man, I was out of business. Nope, not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna find anybody that's gonna tell you, not because they don't want you with the numbers, it's because the numbers are not going to work for you. I need that soundbite where that just means the die don't work the same. It just doesn't work the same. It's hold on. So ice machine cleaning, and that's gonna vary. Not eligible. Woohoo! See that? This is how Google tries to keep me hostage. See? Google knows who I am. They won't monetize me. Let me make sure this is working. Nope. Hold on a second. What the hell? Okay. All right. Sorry. The screen I'm looking to see what you guys are seeing, it didn't update. So this is what I mean. Google says they don't know who I am. They says they don't have any ID, but my ads aren't showing, right? They have all my information. They have a copy of my passport. They have my driver's license. They have my social security card, but they said they don't know. For YouTube, they don't know who I am. For YouTube. And see, they have all kind of ads and stuff set up. Everybody's trying to get me to advertise. No, because that's not how this business works. It doesn't work on that side. If it worked, I would say it worked. If it worked, I'd do it. It doesn't work. This is a you got to reach the customer, and you build from word of mouth, and you build from being authorized by the manufacturer. Also, like this, if you want to do organically, where you put up your own website and stuff like that, a lot of times that'll work. Let me see if this is, this is 404. So you're not going to have ice machine cleaning when you're talking about 404. No, our area code is 281. And see how they got the little brushes and everything? So as you see here, yeah, and that's another thing. How the hell are you going to pay for uniforms? How are you going to pay for uniforms and all this kind of stuff? Insurance on your vehicle, insurance on just your personal life, paying for your own mortgage, paying for your insurance, paying for your property taxes, paying for all that. You need to come up with the numbers that it costs you to do business, and that will formulate how you need to charge. You can always go up. Everybody's always going to say you're too expensive anyway. They're always going to say you're too expensive. See, there's no numbers here because it's foolish to charge any numbers, to put out any numbers, because every machine is going to be different. Every machine is going to, one machine might have mold. Another machine might have scale. You might have an agreement to clean a machine every 3 months. Somebody else might want you to only come out once a year. So am I going to charge $1,000+ $1,200, $1,500 to clean a machine once a year? Yeah. Is that machine going to have problems if you're only doing it once a year? Yeah. A lot of times they're calling you out. They're saying it's a cleaning, but they really want to repair. See, so you're not going to find, see, Smart Care. Look what pops up. Smart Care. We employ 1,500 technicians. This is when I put in ice machine cleaning. And that's fake. Nobody's got 5 stars. There's Coolers Inc. There's one of my competitors. There's Coolers Inc. Notice none of the real companies put up reviews. None of the real companies put up a damn review. This is the one that they're paying $50-some thousand for a entry-level tech with only 1 year experience. $50,000 with a sign-on bonus. Now, can you do that? Man, I need that soundbite. Now, can you do that?
What?
That's right.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
So here they are. They're talking about Hoshizaki, Manitowoc, Isomatic, Scotsman, even Howie. I don't recommend for any of you to ever touch a Howie. That's an ammonia system. That's a very large system. That's not for you. That's not for you. This is a company that's covering the vast majority of the United States. They're only leaving out 4 states. They're only leaving out 4 states. And not once in this did you see what prices. Because it doesn't make sense to do any prices. Let me see what this fake charlatan thing is looking like. See? There's no Decor on commercial. There's no Sub-Zero on commercial. This is somebody who paid for service. And this ain't no damn ice machine. Ice machine maintenance and no. So this is not even a real company. Glycol Systems. How are you going to advertise Glycol Systems and you got Decor and Viking down there and Bosch? Decor doesn't make commercial. Bosch doesn't make commercial. Sub-Zero doesn't make commercial. This is a joke. This is somebody who paid for, or this is probably one of those services that are trying to sell you a phone call or try to sell you a service call. Oh man, I saw your website. What website? What are you talking about? Yeah, see, because that's all they want is your information right there, and then they're gonna match that customer's information up with a sucker. And then you're going to go out there and they're like, oh, I paid those people over the phone $100, $200 for you to come out. Try this, my app, as a template. What do you mean, Abdullah? You're gonna have to spell this stuff out for me like I'm on the slow bus.
Computer says nah.
Because I don't know what you're talking about.
But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Because I don't know what the hell you're saying. You know what you're saying, but I don't know what you're saying. So these are yeah, this looks like it's like a click farm. Service agreement that my apps was looking for. Service agreement. See, once again, you're gonna have to spell this stuff out. You have stuff in your brain, but I don't know. I'm not privy to that information. I'm not privy to it.
But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
The template. See, what, brother, one word, y'all gotta stop this. Please, for the love of all things, large and small. Spell things out long. Spell them out. Spell these things out for me.
You got to have vision.
See, that's AI saying that. The service call alone is over. Right. 250 per visit. That's the visit fee. That's the visit fee. Who the hell is Michael's commercial service? 2 to 3 hours. Yeah. That's not a thing. Good luck to him. What he's charging right here, that's what I charge just to show my face. Brother Charles is charging that too. You ain't getting us out there. Oh yeah, this guy's in California. GoDaddy website. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is someone who's residential that clearly don't know. They just put up a GoDaddy website, a template. You see, that's what I'm saying. You got to spell this stuff out, man. I'm not getting what's in your brain is not coming out. He wanted a template of what? What are you? None of what you guys are asking for has ever existed. Like I said before, you guys can't point, nor can anyone else point to someone else who is doing any of this, who's setting up anybody to do commercial, because it's a whole nother shebang. I gotta plug up my damn laptop. Let me change this music. It's driving me nuts. So this guy's over in California. What the hell? Unimac. This is all. No, this can't be a real person. I don't think this is real. 89 an hour. Oh, that's adorable. He's going to be out of business before you know it. I wonder what that says 2024. Poor guy. Yeah, you can't make it. And then he's spending money on having his stuff over here in Houston when he's supposed to be in California. That's tragic. That's tragic. So let's see what else we got. What you'll find is a lot of these. See, this guy's in North Carolina. You're gonna find a lot of these fly-by-night weird things, and these people will typically just take the money. So you'll find, see, he doesn't even have a real, email. So what they'll do is they'll take the service call fee. They'll go out there. They'll pour the solution in the machine. run it on the clean cycle, and they'll leave. So they'll be there and they'll say, okay, when the ice comes out, when the first batch of ice comes out, dump it, and then the rest of that you can use. That's what they're doing for the 289. So you put these machines on ice cleaning mode, and that's all they're doing, putting a little bit of cleaning solution in there and hauling ass. Oh, you were trying to help out my apps? Oh, hopefully that was, yeah, that's what. All right, so let me catch up with what you guys wanted. Yeah, it's not there. That click is not it. Well, you don't have to worry about the customer is gonna pay you for the cleaning. So you're gonna have them pay you for the service call first and foremost. So you're gonna have them pay you. You're gonna get the credit card, and then you're gonna go ahead and clean. And then after you're done cleaning, then you could charge the credit card. Yeah, none of this stuff that these people doing is right. A service agreement for customers that he inquired about earlier. Yeah, no such thing exists. Yeah, but everything you guys want, everything you guys are asking for, none of this exists. I haven't created any of it. Yeah, most of what's out on the net is trash. None of this stuff, this is the only place you're going to find any of this. None of the big companies are going to do this for you. They want you all to be an employee. And then all the guys that were from the last generation, all the guys that are currently retiring today, tomorrow, the ones that retired last month, they don't put anything online. They don't put it, the last generation had a very the mentality of sabotage. So they didn't want to share anything. My father doesn't want to share anything with anybody ever. So anyway, so here's the Manitowoc information. Like I said, you go all the way down to the bottom and once again, you guys can see it. Like I said, I put this thing on old man mode, and ever since I put this thing on old man mode so I can see better, it functions in a very funky way. Oh hell, I think my wife is home. So here's another link. So that's for Manitowoc. Scotsman has their own. I know you guys aren't too enthusiastic about Scotsman. Let me see if I can find Isomatic. Let me see if I can find Isomatic. Isomatic is a hard one to find. Woohoo! Maybe not. Maybe not. Here we go. So let me give you the Isomatic one. Let me go back. Let me go back one. Let me copy link. All right, let me add this to the. Let me see. Let me paste that. Okay, so here's the link to Isomatics. Labor guide. I'm pretty sure you are. You should be. You know, you should be enthusiastic for anybody to pay. But you know, the thing is, you still got to. You got to play it cool, man. You got to play it cool. Let me help you out with what the average typical tech. The average typical tech is grumpy. The average typical tech is a tinge rude, myself included. The average tech is pretty much straightforward about it, and we don't talk that much. This is a business where we're focused on equipment, not really about the people. So I like where your head is at. Where the hell does that information go? Oh, yeah. Let me see if I got something. I like where your head is at. I need that sound bite. And I need that sound bite. Shoot, I don't have it. All right. So let me go back to this one. So here's the labor guide on Isomatic. Keep going. It's quite a bit. I had one of the sales reps. Well, here in Houston, he printed out the damn form. I'm like, man, what the hell do you do that for? Here's all the models. It's telling you how much refrigerant goes in each model, because you also want to get reimbursed for how much refrigerant you use. So they're going to pay you according to that. So here's the form. It lets you know. So we're almost there. Almost. Here we go. Evaporator. So to change the evaporator, you're looking at 4 hours. Fan cycle, which is a very common one, 3.5 hours. And then this is where your charges start to come in at. So if you're doing a leak repair, so they're willing to pay you 3 hours. And this goes for the customer. If you're going to charge the customer 3 hours to find the leak, then you got to recover the gas. It's another, you don't have to charge $25, but they understand that there's a recovery fee involved. So you could charge more than $25. They understand that there's miscellaneous. So you need your brazing rods, you got your gas, all that other stuff that goes along with it. And then Isomatic is paying for the R290. Same thing with control, with switches and whatnot. Hour this, hour that. Flakers. So this is the nugget. The GEM is the nugget. So your on and off switch, your time delay, hour. Contactor, they're paying 2 hours. Interesting. Ice level sensor kit is 2 hours. So they got all that. Yeah, I heard you coming in. I heard. Gotta do this from this thing. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, well, I am going to start to wrap this thing up. But this is your guide. This is letting you know how many hours the factory expects you to take to do a job. There's auger motor, 1.5 hours, the gearbox reducer. So you add those two together, 2 and then 1.5. There's your bearing, 1.5 hours. Now, your travel time gets added onto this. Any administration time gets added onto this. Parts lookup and all that stuff get added onto this. All of that stuff gets added onto this. So what no one wants to see is that you're charging them 5 hours for a bearing job. You got to break it all down separately. Your travel time, your service call, all that good stuff. All that stuff needs to be broken down separately. But the labor itself, you're going to make that about 1.5 hours. And then the factory, legally, they're going to back you up and say, hey, look, this is what we authorize. We authorize 1.5 hours to do that type of job. Everything else, there's nothing we can say about that. But if he took 1.5 hours, then he took 1.5 hours. That's what we say that job takes. All right. Any other questions? Because I'm about to wrap it up. I just want you guys to know that I'm glad you're asking all these questions.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do.
Uh-huh. Pretty good questions today. Oh, sure, no problem, Dula. But yeah, you know, you guys could look all over East Hell and back. You're not gonna find anything out there. That's the whole reason why I decided to do this damn channel. I saw somebody on a video today, a couple hours earlier. They're asking, oh, it was on the Manitowoc training video. Manitowoc just put out a video today, and somebody was in the comment section, where do I find information on Manitowoc training? So, you know, it is what it is. I see YouTube suppresses my information instead of putting it out there, but I'll try my best. The guy didn't even say where he was. If he said what city he was in, what state he was in, I would have made sure to put out a little video or something. But that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting out videos so you guys will know, the little YouTube shorts and stuff like that. So you guys will know when the classes are coming up for Manitowoc, Hoshizaki, Scotsman, and the like. But with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Like CGA say,
Being involved and being active on his YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
thank you very much. And hold on one second. I got something for y'all. I got a new one.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless.
That's right. Hold on. What's it? Drive safe. Yeah, everybody drive safe, man. Yeah, the Onera video is way back. Yeah, out of the 300 something videos, you're gonna have to go to the very earliest of videos that I got, and I got information on Onera. And yeah, everybody knows that it's time to switch out of residential, because residential, the money just isn't there. The customer doesn't want to pay. The customer is extremely disrespectful. The customer on the residential side is has these unrealistic time frames for service. So it's just the money is just not there. They just don't want to pony up. So on the commercial side, you'll find that the money is a lot more. Money is a lot more. Like 4 times more. And you'll still be under what Smart Care and all the rest of those guys are paying. All right. So I do appreciate y'all contributing to the show. Let me see here. And just remember, hey,
You got to have vision.
what does the LED handyman say? Uh-oh. Yeah, hey, man, I hope you stay safe out there. Yeah, those homeless people, a lot of them have mental issues. But, yeah, hopefully you guys hose them down and make sure they don't burn up your neighborhood, man. The rest of us, yeah, stay safe. And the rest of us, we got to make sure we don't freeze. You over there dealing with fires, and we over here dealing with ice and snow. New Orleans had like 6-7 inches at the airport. It's crazy. 4 inches in the French Quarter. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be on the show tomorrow.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
Oh, sure. No problem, man. Glad you. Okay.